After years of investigating televangelists on its own, Trinity Foundation now has a powerful ally, the United States Senate.
So this is a big deal. It took Senator Grassley and his staff a lot of courage to do this.
Senator Grassley is demanding 6 televangelists, including Copeland and Hinn, show where their donor money is going. As religious nonprofits, the televangelists face virtually no oversight.
It affects every man and woman in America because the use of donor funds, the giving of money to these organizations, they get a tax break.
Now this next story is, well, it makes me angry. I'm sure it makes you angry as well when you hear these stories. You can almost call it a protected racket. And I'm talking about televangelists, that's right. The ones who rake in billions of dollars a year on donations because they are nonprofit ministries.
Ole Anthony of the Trinity Foundation has kept a watchful eye on televangelists for years and has provided documents for a Senate investigation. In November, Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa wrote to 6 televangelists demanding financial documents. Senator Grassley is particularly concerned about the mega media church's tax-exempt status, which bars excessive personal gain.
That's what Grassley's doing. It's only looking at the tax laws in connection with these ministries.
This is unprecedented in the history of America, that the Senate would request financial information of this magnitude and this broad a scope to this many ministries. There are some real constitutional issues at stake here for the church. I mean, not just this church. I'm talking about, and it's not about these 6 ministries. It's a bigger picture than that.
Well, this is not a First Amendment issue whatsoever. That's not even an issue. We're not interested in doctrine. We aren't interested in what church preaches. This is a tax issue.
But when you start talking about a Rolls Royce and several $million-dollar home and private Lear jets and a $23,000 toilet, I mean, that's just over the pale, isn't it?
Somehow the church in America has been hijacked by greed. And it's very, very sad because it's a testimony on how we are not caring for the poor in our country.
This is just persecution that the Word says we're going to get when we're doing what we're supposed to do. And the Word says to rejoice in it. What's driving that other than the devil, but what's driving this whole deal is a guy named Ole Anthony in Dallas. And he's for years, he is self-anointed, well, he says he's anointed of God to bring down televangelists. That is what God has called him to do. I looked for that in the Bible. I couldn't find it.
If you came to me as a whistleblower and you had information that law was being violated, I think I have a responsibility to look into it.
This is an important story that America needs to hear about. There's little old ladies out there who are giving their dollars to these guys, and they're using it like this, and they should be able to spend it, but not like this. It just seems wrong.
Jesus came into the city on a simple donkey. What are disciples of his doing flying in jets?